Alright, everybody, let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Today I have something interesting and different. Another one. This one was actually a trade. This really caught my eye, and I was really kind of negotiating with a buddy of mine, so I traded a couple blades to get this one, and I'm actually kind of happy that I got it. It's different, it's new, it's something that I'm interested in. Um, Now that I have it in my hands, it's very different, you know. That's not bad. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So today I have for you guys a company out of Czechoslovakia. The company name is Acta non Verba. And here it is. I don't know if you can see that. It says it, Acta non Verba, which means actions, not words. And the symbol here is actually the first three letters, A and V, and it looks like a squiggly, but you can see it A, N, and V. And they put it all together to make it look like a big old squiggly spooch. But, I mean, it looks cool. It actually goes with it, and it makes sense. At first, it didn't. When I looked at it, I was like, what the heck? What is that? Really cool stuff. I don't know if you can see that. I'm pretty sure the camera's picking that up. Acta non Verba. And here it is. It says made in Czech, or Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic, however you want to call it. This is the model number, Z400, liner lock G10 black plain edge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open the box so you guys can stop looking at the damn shell of everything. So here it is. You get the kind of inspection card. So congratulations on your purchase of the Acta non Verba knife. Knife assembled by this person and inspected by this person. Of course, you flip it around and it says it in a different language. So that's actually kind of cool. And it's still hand signed by these two individuals. I don't know if it's the same person or two different people. I think it's two different people. But yeah, so super cool. Anyways, there's that. And you got this little like pull tab right here. And there's the knife. Now here's something that I find very interesting about this. When you open this up, you get, if I can get it out. For a minute I thought it was makeup. I was like, what the heck? This is actually Acta non Verba special grease. So this knife, if you do take it apart, you can actually put some grease on there if you need a little bit of extra lubrication for the pivot. So I think that's actually really cool that they provide you with this. So, I don't know if I could get that on camera. Special grease is exclusively developed to lubricate the Acta non Verba folding knives. Operate temperatures ranging from, and then it shows you temperatures after contact with skin, wash with water and soap. Do not eat. Made in the Czech Republic. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not going to probably ever use this, hopefully, but we'll see. I really hope it doesn't, you know. And then, of course, if I ever need to, I have it. So that's kind of nice. And then you get this really interestingly 3D kind of raised plastic sticker with Acta non Verba knives. So that's actually kind of cool. And of course, the actual knife itself. So you got G10 handle scales. Very interesting construction. It's fully open. There's only two parts of this knife that are holding it together, the pivot, and you got this back pillar that's holding this thing together. And then you got a very deep carry pocket clip. And I mean very because it doesn't stop at the end of the handle. It goes that much further so it can be carried even deeper. And another thing that really is interesting and different about this knife is that it has these, you can see them, it's kind of like these glow-in-the-dark dots. So I don't know if you want to call them nitrite or whatever, these little glowy. That's what they're supposed to do. Apparently, they're supposed to. It's like a reflex kind of thing. I don't know if I'm saying that right or if that's the right terminology, but it's got these little like glow sights on them. I think to me they look like little glow sights that are installed into the guards right here. So I think that's a really interesting touch. I don't think I own anything knife-wise that has this other than this Acta non-verba. So G10 handle scales, you get 2 of them, and then I think there's one steel scale on the inside for your locking mechanism. It is a flipper design, but I also have this weird and utter feeling that you can wave this out of the pocket because it's got that, and you could just, if you do it fast enough and at the right angle, you could wave it out the pocket. So I think that's actually kind of nice. That's a little bit of an interesting addition. I don't think it's intended for that, but you could do that. And here it is with the symbol, that weird squiggly spooch. And then you got this odd space right here. I think the only functionality for that would be weight reduction, or maybe aesthetics, or both. Only one side is sharpened. It's this side right here. And this is a false edge right here, but that's actually really nice. Z400. Sleipner, made in the Czech Republic. So that's the kind of steel this is Sleipner steel. And I don't know what that's comparable to. I don't know if it's like an Os 8. I have no idea if it's comparable to a 440. But the price tag on this is a hefty $120 to $125, depending on tax and shipping and all that. And yeah, that's a steel. Yeah, it's steel. Very, very good pocket clip, actually. So I don't know what Sleipner steel is or what it's comparable to. I have no idea. So I'm not going to say it's good or bad steel. I just don't know. You got very grippy texture on both sides. And then you got a very, very artistically ground down edges of the handle right here to make it just a little bit more ergonomic. But it feels interesting. It feels like it works. Would I say that's a spear point? Yeah, but it's kind of almost not very aggressively shaped to where it's a very, very pointy tip. But it's a tip. And I can't really say too many bad things about that because it doesn't look too bad. It is a whopping 4-inch blade, but we'll go ahead and get into the specs of that right now. Why not? Oh, yeah, so that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. We'll go ahead and do the weight and the length and all that and see how sharp it is with a little bit of paper. Oh, it comes in at a 3.86 ounces, under 4 ounces for this guy. All right, it's not too bad. And if you're wondering, yes, Blade HQ has it. I tried looking on Amazon. I don't think Amazon has it, but, you know. You got a 4-inch blade with a cutting edge. Yeah, cutting edge of 4 inches. And comes out with an overall of 9 inches. And you're looking at a 5-inch handle. So roughly, give or take, but I want to say it's a 5-inch handle. And then, oh, yeah, why not? What am I doing? We'll see how wide things are. So the blade comes in at a 2.6 and the handle comes in at a 12.7. So a little bit of a chunky handle, but it's not too chunky. It's still very, very slim. It feels very good, very light. Just an interesting kind of knife. It has, to me, I don't know if you guys know this, but or if you know what this is. In Star Trek, they had these. They had this like Klingon blade. I don't even know if I can get a picture of it or something, but this kind of reminds me of that. Very, very, very similar. Cool thing about that knife, I actually held it once at a knife store back when I used to work at one, and you'd press the button and the 2 little guards would just pop up. They were spring-loaded. They would pop up. Not the blade, just the guards. I always thought that was actually really cool. I've always wanted that, but I never really got around to it. I'm not a huge fan of Star Trek. I remember watching it as a kid. That's probably why I remember it so well. but it kind of looks like that. It almost looks like that Star Trek kind of Klingon-y dagger, and it's actually kind of cool. Not really a huge fan, like I said, but it's a very aesthetically pleasing knife. Oh, yeah, let's cut with it. Sorry. Here I am just, looking at how attractive the knife is, and it is. We'll go ahead and start cutting. Ooh. Yeah. That is sharp. That is very sharp. So I don't know how to gauge this Slepner steel, but in the Czech Republic, somebody knows how to sharpen. And that is the Acta non-Verba. Those guys know how to sharpen this knife. I was barely dragging it across, and it cut through it like this thing was hot and it was butter. Fantastic. Now that's interesting. I don't know why, but if you see that, there's 2 holes right there. I don't know if that's for weight reduction or what. I have no idea why there's 2 holes right there. What's that for? Huh, that's interesting. Oh well. It works. Locks up pretty nice. And the lock is very, very early. It's not even halfway. Very nice. Yeah, I gotta say, this is a very, very interestingly pleasing knife. Oh, yeah. Very good. I think I might carry this today. But yeah, so if you're looking for it, it is a little bit of a hefty price on the... but it's a different knife. And if you're interested in the aesthetics, then this thing is very aesthetically pleasing, at least to me anyways. If you're looking for functionality, I'm sure this thing will function. It is actions, not words. Their company logo is. All the other knives I've seen from this company were a little bit, just normal looking. They look like normal knives. They didn't look anything like this. It's the only one that actually stood out, at least that I saw anyways. But when I was trading for it, my buddy almost didn't want to. He was like, oh yeah, at first he was like, yeah, we'll do it. And then he was like, nah, I don't want to. I think I want to keep it. And I was like, damn. And he came up to me and he was like, no, you know what? Trade me these 2 knives and I'll give you this one. And I was like, all right. And there were 2, they weren't too expensive knives. They were just 2 of my cheaper ones. So I was like, well, sure. So I don't know if, he told me, oh, this isn't really my style. So I was like, whatever. I'll take it off your hands there, buddy. So anyways, enough of my rant. Go ahead and slash that like button, stab that subscribe if you haven't done so. Go ahead and hit that bell icon so you guys are notified when I post new stuff. I always try to keep things as interesting as possible and a little less boring. I tend to rant, but, I have purpose to it. There's a method to my madness. Please, everybody, be kind, be safe, carry responsibly, and I will see you all in the next video.